while Tesla just announced the largest corporate pay package in history, potentially making Elon Musk the world's first trillionaire. The numbers behind this trillion-dollar deal reveal a troubling truth that threatens American dominance in the electric vehicle revolution. This September, Tesla's board approved a compensation plan that could grant Musk 12% of the company, worth over $1 trillion if Tesla reaches an $8.5 trillion market value. But here's what the headlines aren't telling you. This massive payout isn't a reward for success. It's a desperate attempt to prevent Tesla's most critical strategic vulnerabilities from spiraling out of control. Recent data shows that Tesla's dependence on China has reached dangerous levels. Nearly 40% of Tesla's battery materials now come from Chinese suppliers, while the company's Shanghai Gigafactory produces over 600,000 vehicles annually and serves as Tesla's primary export hub to Europe. This creates what supply chain experts call a choke point, a single point of failure that could cripple American electric vehicle leadership overnight. The numbers from China paint an alarming picture. Tesla's domestic sales in China dropped 4% year-over-year in August, following months of declining performance. Meanwhile, Chinese competitor BYD has been gaining ground globally, even surpassing Tesla in European markets where Tesla's sales plummeted 40%. This isn't just about market competition, it's about technological sovereignty and America's position in the industries that will define the 21st century. What makes this particularly concerning is how Tesla's expansion has systematically reduced Musk's control over his own company. His ownership stake fell from 22% to just 12.8%, largely due to stock sales needed to fund other ventures. The proposed trillion-dollar package acknowledges that his current stake leaves him vulnerable to activist investors who could reshape Tesla's strategic direction, potentially away from American interests. Tesla's supply chain analysis reveals dependencies that extend far beyond batteries. Critical components like semiconductors, balance rings, and electronic control units flow through networks dominated by Chinese manufacturers. The company has begun asking suppliers to establish operations outside China and Taiwan, but relocating decades of specialized manufacturing capability takes years, time that America may not have as geopolitical tensions intensify. Consider the broader implications for American technological leadership. Tesla represents more than just an automaker. It's positioned as America's flagship company in artificial intelligence, autonomous vehicles, and energy storage. These technologies will determine which nations lead the global economy for the next 50 years. Yet Tesla's success has made it increasingly dependent on supply chains, regulations, and markets controlled by strategic competitors. The regulatory burden illustrates another dimension of this challenge. Tesla faces legal actions across multiple jurisdictions. France imposes daily fines of $58,000 for autonomous driving claims, while Australia hosts class action lawsuits over vehicle performance. Each regulatory challenge constrains Tesla's ability to implement uniform global strategies, forcing the company to navigate complex international frameworks that often conflict with American policy objectives. Recent trade developments have intensified these pressures. China imposed 125% tariffs on American vehicle imports in response to U.S. duties on Chinese goods, forcing Tesla to halt orders for Model S and Model X vehicles imported from America. This demonstrates how quickly geopolitical tensions can disrupt carefully planned business strategies, making American companies vulnerable to foreign government decisions. The financial structure of Tesla's expansion reveals another layer of dependency. The company has issued hundreds of millions in asset-backed securities and convertible bonds to fund global operations. While this demonstrates investor confidence, it also creates contractual obligations that limit strategic flexibility. Tesla's capital requirements for maintaining its global footprint make it increasingly dependent on international financial markets and investor sentiment. What's particularly striking is how this dynamic affects innovation leadership. Tesla's original competitive advantage came from vertical integration and rapid decision-making enabled by concentrated ownership. As the company has scaled globally, it has necessarily become embedded in complex networks of suppliers, regulators, and stakeholders that constrain the autonomous innovation that initially drove its success. The trillion-dollar compensation package represents Tesla's board acknowledging these realities. The plan's structure, requiring Tesla to achieve an $8.5 trillion market value while maintaining specific operational milestones, essentially makes Musk's control contingent on achieving targets that may be impossible given current geopolitical constraints. The package includes provisions preventing Musk from being easily ousted by activist shareholders, revealing the board's recognition that external forces now significantly influence Tesla's governance. This situation extends beyond Tesla to represent a broader challenge for American technological competitiveness. As American companies achieve global scale, they necessarily become integrated into international systems that can constrain their ability to serve American strategic interests. Tesla's dependencies on Chinese supply chains, European regulatory approval, and international capital markets illustrate how success in global markets can create vulnerabilities that hostile nations could exploit. The timing of Tesla's compensation announcement coincides with increasingly aggressive Chinese policies in the electric vehicle sector. China's domestic champions like BYD receive substantial government support and benefit from controlled access to raw materials that Tesla must purchase at market rates. This creates an asymmetric competitive environment where American companies compete against foreign corporations backed by state resources. Recent intelligence assessments suggest that China views electric vehicle dominance as central to its broader technological competition with the United States. Control over battery supply chains, rare earth elements, and manufacturing capacity provides leverage that extends far beyond automotive markets into energy storage, defense systems, and critical infrastructure. The question facing American policymakers and investors is whether Tesla's global integration has progressed beyond the point where it can effectively serve American strategic interests. The company's success has made it dependent on relationships and supply chains that could be severed by foreign government decisions, potentially crippling American leadership in critical emerging technologies. Tesla's trillion-dollar gambit represents more than executive compensation. It's an attempt to maintain American control over a company that has become systemically important to national technological competitiveness. Whether this strategy can succeed depends on factors increasingly beyond American control, including Chinese industrial policy, European regulatory decisions, and global supply chain stability. The broader lesson extends to other American technology companies pursuing global expansion. The Tesla case study demonstrates how international growth, while financially attractive, can create dependencies that ultimately constrain strategic autonomy and national technological sovereignty. As competition with China intensifies across multiple technology sectors, understanding these trade-offs becomes essential for maintaining American leadership in the industries that will define global power in the coming decades.